Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhodah Ngonzi. Let's take a look at the top stories this evening. Government dispatches 90 metric tons of food relief to flood-affected communities in the Elgon region. Also, government to restructure settlement of people from river banks on Mount Elgon. And Uganda Communications Commission in campaign Simulclear to discourage use of illegitimate mobile phones, while in sports, boxer Teddy Nachimuli ready for her day at the Commonwealth Games. Hello once again. This is News Tonight. We will dig into it. At least 90 metric tons of food relief has been dispatched to the flood-affected communities in the Elgon region, according to the Prime Minister, Rhodah Ngonzi. Ngonzi also says a team of experts, including those from the Ministry of Works, UPDF Engineering Brigade and UNRWA, has been dispatched to aid in the retrieving of the dead bodies and fixing affected roads and bridges.
Silence for the people we have lost in Bugisu region.
By close of business on Monday, over 20 bodies had been retrieved from the runoff water channels following the flooding that hit mainly Mbale Industrial Division. The most affected area by the runoff floods include the Mbale Industrial Division that harbors a number of factories and the largest slum of Namatala. The floods left over 9,000 people displaced, property worth millions destroyed, food crops washed away, roads and bridges damaged, and several bodies still missing. Mbale City Industrial Division Member of Parliament Karim Masaba says the situation on ground is worse and needs urgent attention.
Barracks, the 3rd Division in Mugema, was also affected by the water, and some of the victims among the dead bodies, there are UPDF soldiers as well. So we are facing hard times. I have a very big slum of Namatala, which has over 50,000 people.
Members of Parliament hailing from the region also fear that the situation might worsen with projected rains that might lead to the outbreak of diseases, hunger, and homelessness.
Let this be taken urgently. I do not know how many people will die before government can wake up to save our people.
I think it is high time Elgon is declared a disaster-prone area.
During plenary, while presenting the status report findings of the incident, the Prime Minister Rhodah Ngonzi told the House that over 90 metric tons of relief food has already been dispatched to the affected areas.
Through Ministry of Disaster Preparedness, under my office, has provided the relief food to the tune of 90 metric tons to Mbale City, Kapchorwa and Mbale District.
She also told the House that a team of experts from UPDF Engineering Brigade, Ministry of Works and Uganda National Roads Authority are already on ground to help in the excavation and fixing of broken bridges and roads.
UPDF and the police have intensified search and rescue operations by clearing the river beds. Public of Uganda has committed 5 million to each bereaved family to cover burial expenses. The list of the dead from the Resident District Commissioner, Mbale, is hereby attached.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Mong, has tasked the Office of the Prime Minister and other line ministries to keep on ground and monitor the situation. She also tasked all area members of Parliament to go on ground and report findings to Parliament in a week's time.
People are dying day in, day out. And you need to go with all the members of Parliament of those affected areas. And we need results, we need a feedback in the House.
In July 2020, Cabinet approved the 10 years disaster response plan intended to reverse the effects of climate change and management of other disasters. Elgon sub-region has over the time and will continue to experience water runoffs, especially due to its terrain, if the long-lasting solutions to avert the catastrophe are not embraced. Susan Naonga reporting for UBC TV.
And Uganda Communications Commission, UCC, has launched a campaign, Simulclear, to discourage use of illegitimate mobile communication devices. Now, the campaign creates awareness to the public sector, policy makers, industry actors, sister agencies and regulators on the call to action for consumers through the launch code 197.
Every legitimate mobile phone has a unique identifier that registers it to a carrier network. This number is called the International Mobile Equipment Identity (IMEI). It can be used to verify the legitimacy of a mobile phone, for one to check whether their mobile phone is legitimate or not.
But the ones that have been switched on the network are a moving target, but they range to about 6 million phones that are within the network or are in the network that have been identified as illegitimate, as having issues to do with those parameters we talked about, the IMEI not being in conformity with the GSMA database.
Due to failure to eliminate counterfeits in Uganda, Uganda Communications Commission has introduced the Simulclear campaign to disconnect all illegitimate phones.
Simulclear is a campaign that will empower consumers to know whether their device is legitimate or illegitimate.
The campaign is phased to avoid the shock implementation and to give room for change.
We decided to go in a phased manner to allow for people to change, to allow for people to move from one mode of behavior to the other. All parties concerned, even the traders, to stop importing devices that are not legitimate.
UCC advises device consumers to know their device through the availed provisions.
We will dial star 197 hash. You will get a menu. In that menu, you will then select the right one, status of your phone, which I think is item number 4, and then you will see what it tells you.
To check legitimate mobile devices, dial star 197 star 4 hash, and the IMEI will automatically display on the phone screen. UCC estimates over 180 million counterfeit mobile phones are sold globally per annum, representing a potential loss of 45 billion euros to legitimate device manufacturers. Shaidat Nasako compiled this report.
Government has revealed plans of restructuring the settlement of people from riverbanks on Mount Elgon region to safer places and planting trees to make the soil firm to stop the continuous landslides. While addressing the media on the Minister for Disaster Preparedness Hilary Onek said they will start restoring places affected by landslides and implementing the disaster risk management plan.
Ministry of Relief and Disaster Preparedness has attributed the heavy rains in Bugiswa and Sebei region that caused some rivers originating from Kapchora to burst their banks, leading to floods, to encroachment of fragile area and bad agricultural practices. Accordingly, cracks are developed on slopes of Elgon ranges because of massive deforestation, causing soil erosion that has resulted in 2 disastrous landslides.
But today, because the population has increased and people are still squeezing up there and therefore destroying those forests in order to create livelihood. No matter what, there are people, because of lack of land, people who have settled even on riverbeds in valleys which are where the river flows.
The ministry although says disasters are sudden occurrences which are hard to plan for, they do put in place early warning systems and hazard maps.
And we have developed hazard maps. We have even maps of which areas are more dangerous. And we have made this known to the population so that in case of any situation, they must be aware and take cover, get to places which are safer.
The disaster led to displacement of 1,000 locals from their homes, 29 deaths and 35 people sustained injuries. Affected health centers, schools, vehicles, motorcycles and plantations in Mbale, Kapchorwa and Sironko, Bulamburi and Manafwa districts.
Affected areas were in Mbale city, rising from Nabuyonga rivers, with more deaths recorded. Vehicles damaged, houses, schools and livestock destroyed.
Teams from the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness are carrying out rapid assessment of the destructions, have dispatched some relief, retrieving bodies with the help of Red Cross, and Ministry of Health is handling emergencies.
The time is really we have to restructure the settlements of our people in a manner that they don't stay along the harm way.
The Office of the Prime Minister is coordinating all ministries and local government to ensure destroyed infrastructure is fixed, like roads, and plans to empower the health services in Mbale to address needs of affected people.
All epidemic that may arise because this flood, as you see the rivers there, all the latrines are all up. Whatever the content of latrines, toilets, they are all up.
During the Bududa landslides, government constructed 260 houses in Bulambutye to settle the affected people and stopped the construction because of lack of funds. This is the same resettlement area where they plan to relocate some of those affected by the recent Mbale floods. I'm Nafka Farida and Abdul Nasir Wama in Kampala.
Meanwhile, as government agencies and ministries strive to fix the situation in Mbale district that has left over 20 lives lost, livestock swept to the gutters of flooding rivers and crops destroyed, a new landslide has occurred in the landslide-prone disaster Bududa district in the villages of Shikamosi, Nangwe, Bufutsa and Bujitongo in Rushika sub-county this morning. According to the residents, cracks developed in this place 2 years ago.
Local leaders disclosed that 287 households have been affected in the new landslide occurrence this morning in Bududa district.
N'ebintu ebirala n'ebisolo twakitegeera dda nti ettaka lino lijja kugenda kubanga lyateekako lama.
One chairperson reveals that this time round no life has been lost. Many of the people who initially occupied the affected area are reported to have evacuated 2 years ago when cracks developed in the localities they occupied.
Olwaleero lyeteeka okugenda litandise ku ssaawa nga 3 ez'okumakya okutuusa nakati likyagenda.
By press time, arrangements for immediate aid were coming and the affected people were directed by the local leaders to relocate to Bushika Market. Marian Womcha, UBC.
Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
National Council for Higher Education will hold the 4th Annual Higher Education Conference on the 14th and 15th September 2022. The conference theme is Enhancement of Teaching, Learning and Assessment with Ordeal in Higher Education. The guest of honor will be the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. The conference will be held physically at Hotel Africana for only invited guests and open to online participants via Zoom webinar that will be shared under the events section at www.unche.or.ug. The keynote speakers are Ezra Nazim, Senior Fellow of Higher Education Academy UK, Professor Henk Gerald Sola, a Dutch organizational theorist and Emeritus Professor of Business, Engineering and ICT at Groningen University, the Netherlands. The National Council for Higher Education is receiving papers from researchers and scholars for publication in the Uganda Higher Education Review, Journal of National Council for Higher Education. For more details, send inquiries to simuhumuza@unche.or.ug, info@unche.or.ug, or call 0783 04 0024 or 0704 80 0926 plus 256 39 32 62 140/4.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using to Gogonyo. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602.
The Oil and Gas Moment, brought to you by Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey. The oil and gas activities in Uganda are expected to create about 160,000 new jobs. Close to 70% of these jobs will
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You see, I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just set it for register.
What's going on here? He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet, and only you, the owner, have access to it. Just dial *185 *10 #, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
Not mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. Elizabeth Nakokoni on sign language. I am Rhodah Ngonzi. Now, Norbert Mao has been sworn in as an ex-officio to the 11th Parliament of Uganda. Norbert Mao was ushered in by the clerk to Parliament, Adolphe Mwesige, and took oath in front of the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among. Similarly, the newly elected Member of Parliament for Soroti East, Habatariko, took his oath during the afternoon plenary session. Ariko won the recent heated Soroti East by-elections.
The clerk to Parliament, Adolphe Mwesige, was present to guide the newly appointed Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, to take his oath.
As a condition for him
to be admitted as an ex-officio member of the 11th Parliament. I hereby seek your authorization, Madam Speaker, for his admission.
Mao, whose ministerial position holds a surprise each day, walked in amidst chanting members of Parliament. Through thick and thin, the DP president, who maintained his green necktie, took oath in front of Speaker of Parliament Anita Among, guided by the clerk to Parliament.
That I'll give faithful service to this Parliament and support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God.
In the process, the opposition wing, led by Leader of Opposition Matthias Mpuga, enjoyed the edge of their seats, raising few concerns on the rules of procedure, which was later watered down by the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among.
How, as the head of the opposition, should consider the status of the members from the DP while I'm whipping for House business when their president is this side, and the rules prescribe the manner of doing business in the House of the Speaker under Rule 9. Would you please guide on how we should proceed as we receive the newly baptized member from neither the Speaker nor water, Speaker?
He's appointed as a minister, and that's why I gave him to sit on the front desk, and that's why he's seated there. What you're talking about are members appointed under political parties. Honorable Leader of Opposition is a member of Appointments Committee, and was the one who was even a lead counsel. Yet under our rules, even the way you express happiness is defined as a member of Parliament. You can say, but that's what the rules say. That you can't even clap, you just foot stamp. I want, Madam Speaker, to ask you whether the procedure taken by colleagues from the other side of yelling and of shouting and clapping, including the Prime Minister, whether it is not offending our rules, Madam Speaker.
Similarly, the newly elected Member of Parliament for Soroti East in the recent by-election, Herbert Ariko, also took oath during the Tuesday afternoon session, chaired by the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
The National Resistance Movement Electoral Commission Chairperson Tanga Odoi has refuted claims by the opposition the NRM rigged the Soroti by-election last week, saying it was free and fair.
The opposition leaders, led by Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu and retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, in a press conference, warned the Electoral Commission to refrain from presiding over predetermined rigged by-elections by the accused ruling NRM, threatening to mobilize citizens to take charge of their own elections. Tanga Odoi, Chairman, National Resistance Movement Electoral Commission, responding to allegations made by the opposition leadership, downplayed the allegations.
If someone claims, like in our debate yesterday, that in Soroti, NRM rigged, and interestingly, I saw Monitor writing that they are going to court anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, let the person present him or herself in court, and we shall defend our side.
Odoi advised the opposition party to go to court if they have evidence of ballot stuffing by any NRM member.
We won Soroti squarely. We won Omoro thrice, the expectation we had. We won Kayunga by a death blow because it was knockout. And we are ready for Gogonyo. We are ready for Gogonyo in Palisa. We are ready for Buchimbiri. And we are ready for Busongora South.
In a related development, the NRM has welcomed the alliance of opposition parties, saying that this will help them to use one stone to kill 7 birds.
In politics, it's better to defeat one enemy, a certain one, than scatter the possibilities. Scatter the possibilities make you use real resources even where there's no threat in politics.
Despite the opposition allegation of ballot stuffing, the NRM has now embarked on a strategic plan to secure victory in the Gogonyo County by-election, Bukimbiri County in Kisoro, and Busongora County in Kasese, respectively.
To alert members of the public that we still have elections in Gogonyo County in Palisa, Bukimbiri County in Kisoro, Busongora South County in Kasese, and 54 local government councils spread across the country, which will be done in August.
The newly appointed chairman of the General Court Martial, Brigadier General Freeman Robert Mugabe, with other members have been sworn in. The swearing-in ceremony at the General Court Martial in Machinde was presided over by Judge Advocate Colonel Ronald Kachungura.
General Court Martial has sworn in the new chairman, Brigadier General Freeman Mugabe, together with other members of the court. They have started work by taking oath of allegiance at the ceremony which took place at the General Court Martial in Machinde.
I, Brigadier General Robert Freeman Mugabe, swear by Almighty God that I will well and truly try the accused persons before the court according to the evidence, and that I will duly administer justice, and I further swear that I will not at any time whatsoever disclose or discover the vote of opinion of any member, so help me God.
Other court members who took oath include Brigadier General Ronald, a member, Colonel Joseph Esarare Caleb, Lieutenant Colonel Sam Ntungura, a member, Angela Catherine Leka, a member, Captain Lucy Nicole Enturu, and Captain Abdul Basajabalaba.
I, Brigadier Ronald Solomon Bigirwa, swear by the Almighty God that I will well truly try the accused person.
According to the evidence, I will duly administer justice according to the Uganda People's Defense Forces Act.
So help me Allah.
The reserved members on the technical team include Colonel Bernard Tumwesigire, Colonel David Kigede Oseti, Colonel Emmanuel David Muhanguzi, Colonel Joseph Okarebo, Lieutenant Colonel Sebastian Bosakali Subula, among others.
I, Colonel David Muhanguzi,
swear by the Almighty God, without partiality, favor, or affection, I will not at any time whatsoever disclose or discover, unless hereunto required in due course of the law. So help me God.
Unlike other courts, officials of General Court Martial take oath of office during a court session where a judge advocate who conducts the swearing-in swears last.
That I will, to the best of my ability, carry out the duties of judge advocate in accordance with the Uganda People's Defense Forces Act. So help me God.
The 28 members of the General Court Martial were appointed by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on the 9th of June 2022. Their appointment follows Lieutenant General Andrew Guti's retirement as a UPDF officer, and his term as chairman of this court expired. Nathan Rebecca, UBC News.
Meanwhile, 5 candidates have been nominated to contest for Bukimbiri County Parliamentary by-election in Kisoro District. On day 2 of the nomination exercise, an NRM party candidate, Eddie Kwizera, was nominated at midday, followed by an independent, Edward Mutabazi. The National Unity Platform candidate, Joshua Mutabazi, was the last to be nominated. Philip Aguta has more.
Kwizera Edward, everything is okay, so he provides for this.
This Tuesday marked the last day of nominations for Bukimpiri County Parliamentary by-election in Kisoro District.
Declare Kwizera Edward Ahungu nominated as a candidate for this.
At the end of business, the returning officer nominated 5 candidates to face off in the by-election.
By close of the nomination period, which was day 2, we have nominated 5 candidates. 3 are coming under parties, 2 are independents.
The NRM party candidate Eddie Kwizera was the first to be nominated at midday. Kwizera pledged to fast-track the infrastructure development of tourism-rich Bukimpiri County and the entire Kisoro district.
I have caused and I have added the value to Bukimpiri as it is, both in infrastructure, in social development, which may not be easy for other people to appreciate. But for those who come from Bukimpiri, they already appreciate that there is a change, and which has shocked many people. And as a result of that shock, the people are still in a shock, and by waking up, they are now finding that maybe they should now, they have to find another breathing space. Instead of finding a breathing space in the NRM, they are finding it in the independent.
At the nomination center, Kwizera was in the company of NRM officials, both local and national. Among them was the party's first vice national chairperson, Alhaji Moses Chigongo.
We are going to organize our committees, which are going to look for the votes, and we are going to work very, very hard, house to house.
The NRM officials, both at the district and the national level, pledged to canvass votes to secure Bukimpiri County MP seat for the ruling NRM candidate Eddie Kwizera.
I will therefore appeal to all the NRM committees and structures from the county level to the village level to start vigorous campaign to make sure that we win this flag.
And it is so shameful that some of the members who expected to be with us in this race and support the party are either the other way or are silent. We are going to fight alone and we are going to win alone, but don't come later to start kwemanyamanyis until you see.
The candidate briefly addressed his first nomination rally at Mayor's Gardens in Kisoro town.
Umuntu ufite umuryango utahaza udafite umuryango. Umuntu agomba kugira umuryango kugira ngo abone amajambere.
Later proceeded to Bukimpiri, where he addressed a mega rally at Rubugiri Town Council grounds, urging Bukimpiri people to vote him to foster the development of the area.
Movement
The second candidate to be nominated was an independent, Edward Mutawazi, at 1 p.m. The last candidate to be nominated was that of National Unity Platform, Joshua Mutawazi, at 4 p.m. Since his documents took long to be scrutinized by the Electoral Commission, the youthful NUP candidate says he's ready to give a facelift to the roads, education and health systems in Bukimpiri once elected.
We had to beat the deadline, and I can assure you wonders are coming to the field, and on 11th, National Unity Platform is winning.
The 5 candidates nominated have 6 days to campaign before voting on 11th August. Philip Aguta, UBC News in Kisoro.
Meanwhile, 4 candidates have been nominated by the Palisade District Election Officer to take part in the 11th August 2022 Gogonyo County Parliamentary by-elections. Now, the nominated candidates are Orone Derek of the NRM, Okoboy Joseph of NUP, FDC's Michael Imoroni, and Bantalib Isa, an independent candidate.
Oluvannyuma lw'okwekiika obuwanguzi mu kulonda kw'okugiza Lisa Othieno Dani.
We apologize for that. Former Kole County MP, also UPC Secretary General Fred Ebil, has been elected by the party's top executive organ as the official party flag bearer in the forthcoming Yala elections. These are slated for late September this year. Ebil, who contested with 6 others, won with 5 votes, followed by former leader woman MP Joya Timongom and 3 votes for Isaac Ojok. Joya Timongom with 3 votes and Isaac Ojok with 2.
UPC top leadership executive led by President General Jim McKenna, Gender and Labour Minister Betty Among, and the party's Electoral Commission Chairman Haji Muhammad Kazimbraine vetted the Yala contestants at the UPC headquarters, Uganda House. The vetting exercise was to choose a suitable party candidate for the forthcoming Yala elections slated for 29 September this year. The 7 candidates included former Kole County MP, also UPC Secretary General Fred Ebil, former leader woman MP Joy Atimongom, Isaac Ojok, Calvin Ogwang, Silver Ojuka, Ediao Samuel, and Andrew Omaiti. Out of the 10 votes cast, Fred Ebil got 5, followed by Joya Timongom with 3, Isaac Ojok with 2, with the rest scoring nil.
According to these numbers here, Honorable Ebil Fred, who had the highest number of votes, is declared our candidate that we have sent to Parliament to contest on behalf of Uganda People's Congress to go and represent this country into a Yala.
Ebil pledged to use his early experience as a former legislator to fast-track the East African Assembly's primary concerns.
With this, since 1963, we have never aimed the East African Federation. As much as we have the Customs Union, we have the Common Market Protocol, we have the Monetary Union, which is not yet fully effective.
During the forthcoming elections, NRM would be represented by 6 MPs, opposition 2, and independents 1. Ebil joins DP's Dr. Gerard Slander, who was some time back nominated by DP for the opposition slot, while NUP and FDC opted to abstain. Edward Colin Juko for UBC in Kampala.
The government has approved the 300 billion strategic interventions to boost food and animal feed security in the country, as was presented by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Rhodah Ngonzi, says this initiative will provide enough food in the country's reserves in case of any calamity.
The National Food Security Outlook for July 2022 shows that Karamoja region is the most insecure at 41%, followed by Teso region at 21.4%, Acholi Lango West Nile at 19.4%, Buganda region food insecurity stands at 17.7%, Rwenzori at 6.3%, while Bunyoro, Kigezi and Kole have the lowest at 4.2%.
We always boast of being gifted by nature. But again, when we see these threats of food insecurity, occasioned by factors which I have outlined, the unpredictable weather, the drought, effects of COVID-19, there is a need for us to intervene and be able to address challenge.
The adopted 300 billion shilling strategy intervention towards hunger and food security will require government partnership with the large-scale commercial farmers for mass food production.
We have identified key institutions and individuals who are going to be supported to grow these crops on an extensive scale.
A total of 224,650 acres of land has been allocated to specific food commodities, where maize takes 114,219 acres, soya beans 59,900 acres, beans 22,810, sorghum 2,720 acres.
To have extra food, some food reserves, so that when there are like communities which are hit by disasters, like Karamoja, the way Karamoja has been, then we shall have food to supply there. Okay, from that angle, yes, it will be free, like we have been giving relief food.
Government has identified institutions to support this initiative of mass food production. Uganda prisons will cultivate 50,000 acres, UPDF 10,000 acres, NEC 5,208 acres, veterans 4,707 acres, NARO 10,000 acres, NAGRIC 30,000 acres, while other large-scale farmers will contribute at 314,000 acres.
The ministry shall also be giving us a paper on how we are going to establish storage facilities for this produce, so that going forward we reduce or minimize the risks of Ugandans going hungry when we have fertile soils and when we can produce food and be able to feed.
This project will cost government 300 billion shillings, and participating institutions and large-scale farmers will get support in the form of grants, free interest loans and other incentives.
We are planning to mobilize up to 300 billion shillings, and this is going to cover 2 seasons, also answering the question of time frame. We are looking at the 2 seasons, this season of August, September to November, December, then also the season of the first half of next year.
Cabinet has also passed the principles for the amendment of the Animal Disease Act of 1964, amended in 2000. The Minister of Agriculture was authorized to proceed and draft the bill for further cabinet consideration.
To establish laboratories in the 18 sub-zones of the country, veterinary laboratory services, so that we are able to make proper diagnosis of the various ailments which afflict our animals, and also do proper analysis and appreciate the disease epidemiology in the animals in the different parts of the country.
Cabinet discussed and resolved that Uganda will commemorate the International Youth Day on the 12th of August 2022 at Kaunda Grounds in Gulu City. The theme for this year is intergenerational solidarity, the role of youth in the implementation of the Parish Development Model, while the international theme is international solidarity, creating a world for all ages. Abdul Nasser Lubwama, UBC News.
And taking you back a bit, 4 candidates have been nominated by the Palliser District Election Officer to take part in the 11th August 2022 Gogonyo County Parliamentary by-elections. Now, the nominated candidates are Orone Derek of the NRM, Okoboy Joseph of NUP, FDC's Michael Emoroni, and Bantalib Issa Toligola as an independent.
Having secured victory last week in Soroti City East Parliamentary by-election, NRM party has now turned its guns to Palliser District. This time round it is a parliamentary by-election in Gogonyo County. Here, Oron Derek is the NRM party candidate.
I've done at least half of what I promised the people of Gogonyo, and I'm remaining with the half of the work.
Oron, whose earlier victory was nullified by the High Court, is now making the bid for the same slot.
I really pray and request my people of Gogonyo not to disappoint me, not to let me down, not to shame the party. Help me on 11th August. Please take me back to Parliament so that I can complete what I promised my people of Gogonyo.
The nomination exercise, which kicked off yesterday Monday, has been presided over by the District Returning Officer, Daniel Othieno. Shortly after his nomination, Oron was led into a procession to his next destination. He later addressed hundreds of his supporters who had already gathered at Gogonyo sub-county headquarters.
Derek ono mukwano gwange ate musada mulungi mukozi kyova obona bamulonda. They voted Derek to be the chief whip of all the MPs abava Nebukendi. Muchidi ekyo.
The NRM Director Mobilization, Rosemary Nansobuga-Seninde, Director Finance Hajat Neham Medina, and Deputy Party Spokesperson Rogers Mulindwa are among the party members who had already camped in the district to fetch victory.
Oroni Derek! Njagala okubasaba mikwano. Ebitagenze bulungi mutusaasire. Anything that has not gone on well, we kindly beg, forgive us. In fact, forgive me. I want to assure you, all will be well. We are going to go parish by parish. Do you need development? Yes. Vote for Derek. Yeah. Do you need hospitals? Yeah. Vote for Derek. Yeah. Do you need schools? Yeah. Vote for Derek. Yeah. Do you need roads? Yeah. Vote for Derek. Yeah.
We don't want to lose any vote in Gogonyo. When you go on the voting day, look for the name of Oroni. If you don't see the name, you look at his photo.
Campaigns in Gogonyo County are commencing on Wednesday, 3rd August 2022, and will run till 9th August 2022, as voting is slated for 11th, which is the coming Thursday. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Let's take a quick break. With that, we'll return with business news.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
Princess! Is there a problem? Honey, relax. There'll be no more worries about SMSs, phone calls, data, because Daddy has got an Airtel smart plan. There is even Airtel TV. It means no worries.
Enjoy life worry-free with Airtel smart plans, shareable among 5 people. Use every day and pay. The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello? Hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions, and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number, and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it? Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagement with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Molt Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone and enjoy free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 Uganda shillings. That's free 2 GB for the first month and free 1 GB for the next 11 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings with free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 shillings only. Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, nga you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
Welcome back. Now in business news, as means of improving coffee crop, Buganda Kingdom has started the campaign codenamed Emwanyi Terimba, and many have benefited. Haji Twaha Musoke, a resident of Buswege village in Bigasa sub-county Bukumansimbi district, is a beneficiary. He has 15 acres of coffee plantation.
Katikiro wa Buganda Charles Peter
Bring you that story later on. But day 6 of competition at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games is looked forward with anticipation for Uganda, especially the 10,000 meter final. Now, minus Joshua Cheptegei, who opted out of defending his crown, Jacob Kiplimo chases glory for Uganda in the 10,000 meters. Also in action today is boxer Owen Chibira, while Uganda's first ever Commonwealth Games female pugilist Teddy Nachimuli is in action on Wednesday.
An extra 5 for me, an extra 5 for me, Joshua and Teddy, an extra 5 for me, and Ugandans back home, take it together.
Uganda's first ever Commonwealth Games female boxer, Teddy Nakimuli, has promised a good fight when she starts her journey at the Games in Birmingham. Nakimuli will tomorrow contest a 3-round flyweight quarterfinal bout against Lesotho's Hagigat Joe at the National Exhibition Center.
Tomorrow, I'm in action tomorrow, so I promise to do my level best for you, Ugandans, for myself, for my family. I love you so much. Thanks for your players. We're going to make it tomorrow.
But before Nakimuli enters the fray on Wednesday, his compatriot Owen Kibira is in action in a welterweight round of 16 fight against Hossan Ali of Bangladesh later this evening.
I'm in the action tonight, but all I can promise is that I'm bringing the win because I've seen my opponent. He is good, but not good enough compared to me. I've got enough training, and I know I'm gonna beat him to bring the win back, the medal home. So all the Ugandans should keep praying.
Wednesday will also witness a table tennis and badminton teams in action, as will athletics and netball. John Barnes, Sentamu, reporting.
Well, and that does it for News Tonight. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Government dispatches 90 metric tons of food relief to flood-affected communities in the Elgon region. Also, government to restructure settlement of people from riverbanks on Mount Elgon. While Uganda Communications Commission in campaign Simulclear to discourage use of illegitimate mobile phones. Boxer Teddy Nachimuli ready for her day at the Commonwealth Games. Well, and that does it for News Tonight for now. We do return at 10 o'clock. Elizabeth Nakakuni on sign language. I am Rhodah Ngonzi. Do stick around.